So our commander-in-chief has just put forth a $2 trillion infrastructure plan. Okay. Now, why is that important to crypto? Because he's focusing on four specific industries. And it just so happens that there are a lot of crypto projects that are floating around these industries. So if you're interested in what those potential projects may be, stick around. Welcome back to another episode of your Digit Hustle News. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to be a little bit different because I usually don't cover politics, but something stood out to me. Okay. I've seen one of these infrastructure jobs before. All right. They unroll these plans and they unveil these economic packages that send the country in a certain direction. Now, the last time I seen one of these was during Obama's term. Now Biden has one. I know Trump put forth one, but I wasn't really focused in on it like I was during the Obama administration because, see, that was right when I was coming out of high school. So it was around me. It was constantly being spoke about. And I was getting ready to live through what his infrastructure package was, designed to bring forth. Fast forward to today, and our commander-in-chief has put forth a $2 trillion infrastructure package with the focus on four specific regions. Now, I'm just going to get straight to it because this doesn't need to be a long video. Number one, transportation and infrastructure. The main goal with the $621 billion that is going to infrastructure is to improve roadways, railways, and bridges with the focus on clean energy and electric vehicles. Okay, simply put, it would spend $174 billion on transportation on electric vehicles that would include a network of 500,000 electric vehicle stations using electric vehicles in bus fleets and replacing the federal government's fleet of diesel transit vehicles with electric vehicles. It would also offer tax incentives and rebates for electric cars. Guys, there's something important in this paragraph here. Okay? We're spending $174 billion on a network of 500,000 electric vehicle stations, electric vehicles in bus fleets. What does this sound like? What does it sound like, ladies and gentlemen? The Internet of Things. Exactly. It's exactly what it is, the Internet of Things. Okay? A network of 500,000 electric vehicle stations. They all have to be connected somehow. And the only tech companies that I know that are developing the technology to support this infrastructure are cryptos. The only companies I know. Okay? Now, like I said, last time this was put forth during the Obama administration, I knew nothing about this stuff. Okay? This time, with the perspectives that I have in the field that I'm in, I see this from a whole different perspective. And this is knowing this information I'm giving you guys in this video. Okay? It can prepare you for what's to come. A network of 500,000 electric vehicle stations, that's the Internet of Things. HBAR, Ethereum Classic, IOTA. Come on now. All right? Not to mention, if they're improving transportation, you can expect another 85 billion will be set aside for modernizing transit systems. Okay? With improvements to airports, ports, and waterways. Translation, supply chains. Translation, V-chain. Moving forward. Now, quality of life at home, 650 billion. Now, this section is interesting because what they are planning to do it spent $213 billion to preserve and retrofit more than 2 million affordable homes and commercial buildings. This includes the construction or rehabilitation of over 500,000 homes for low and middle income owners. Okay. The additional 111 billion will go towards clean energy and drinking water and the replacement of pipes and service lines. Yes. This next part, this is what you want to hear. The plan sets aside $100 billion for construction or modernizing public schools, while another $100 billion would be used to, here we go, build high-speed broadband networks throughout the country. The goal would be for broadband to become universal for all Americans and drive down the cost of the internet. What is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, when more people are exposed to the internet? They're going to get into cryptos. I don't know how simpler to say that. They're going to get into cryptocurrency. Also, $100 billion to improve high-speed broadband networks throughout the country. That's to support that network of over 500,000 electric vehicles. Okay? 100 billion is going towards the Internet of Things. That's as of right now, guys, that's 700 billion towards the Internet of Things. But okay, we're going to move forward. Caregivers for elderly and people with disabilities. Now, Biden wants to pump $400 billion to improve access to quality, affordable home or community-based care for the elderly and people with disabilities. It would expand Medicaid to make more services available and eliminate a backlog that prevents thousands from getting care. That backlog, that's the key. The backlog, ladies and gentlemen, is your healthcare verifications. Okay? We know several coins that is working with the healthcare verifications. Again, VeChain. All right. There's a Cure coin. There's a coin called Care, actually, as a matter of fact. There are several projects that are centered around growing around the healthcare sector that is decentralizing it and allowing for that caregiver, that personal one-on-one relationship to be executed through a smartphone. Okay? Again, they're laying the groundwork for the Internet of Things. Next one, guys. Here's the juicy part. Research, development, and manufacturing. Another $300 billion in the plan would be invested into manufacturing, including support for domestic production of technologies and critical goods. Around $50 billion would go towards semiconductor manufacturing and research. Why do you think $50 billion is going to semiconductors? To make the internet stronger. Exactly. Let's move forward. The plan would spend $180 billion on new research and development with the emphasis on clean energy, fewer emissions, and climate change research. The total includes $100 billion for worker training and increase of worker protection systems. Now, guys, I just took you through the four. I just basically broke down our commander-in-chief's recent address into the simplest terms possible. This just laid the groundwork for the fourth industrial revolution, ladies and gentlemen. And I just translated it for you as plain as day. So that way you know what direction the money is flowing. And if you're subscribed to this channel, if you're listening to this, you have a mind of an investor. As do I. This is why I made this channel, because, all of this information, I don't have enough friends to tell about. So I decided to bring it here. But if we met here in this medium, it's because we're looking at the world in a similar fashion. We know we're headed somewhere. And this time, this decade, we're not going to let it pass us by. We're going to capitalize and we're going to lead. Okay, we're going to lead the charge. We're going to be standing in front of the wave of money so we can get some of that money. But with that being said, guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're interested in more crypto adoption news. Also, if you want to get me on social media, I am on Twitter at DigitHustle2021. Also, you can get some of my exclusive content on Library. The links are down in the description. Also, while you're there, don't forget about Pipeflare, guys. It's how I support independent blockchain video game developers. We all know how hard it is to make video games, but it's easy to show some support. That's all you got to do. Links down in the description. But yeah, as always, guys, have a great day. Have a prosperous day. Most importantly, make that money. I'll see you in the next video.
We all will do better when we all do well. It's time to build our economy from the bottom up and from the middle out, not the top down. That hadn't worked very well. For the economy overall, it hadn't worked. Because Wall Street didn't build this country. You, great middle class, built this country. And unions built the middle class. And it's time, and this time, when we rebuild the middle class, we're going to bring everybody along. Regardless of your background, your color, your religion, no matter, everybody gets to come along. So today, I'm proposing a plan for the nation that rewards work, not just rewards wealth. It builds a fair economy that gives everybody a chance to succeed. And it's going to create the strongest, most resilient, innovative economy in the world. It's not a plan that tinkers around the edges. It's a once-in-a-generation investment in America, unlike anything we've seen or done since we built the interstate highway system and the space race decades ago. In fact, it's the largest American jobs investment since World War II. It will create millions of jobs, good-paying jobs. It will grow the economy, make us more competitive around the world, promote our national security interests, and put us in a position to win the global competition with China in the upcoming years. It's big, yes. It's bold, yes. And we can get it done. It has two parts: the American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan. Both are essential to our economic future. In a few weeks, I'll talk about the Americans' Family Plan, but today, I want to talk about the Americans' Jobs Plan. I'll begin with the heart of the plan. It modernizes transportation infrastructure, our roads, our bridges, our airports. I just left your airport. The director of the airport said we're about to renovate the airport. Is that right, Mr. County Executive? We're going to innovate. We're going to employ thousands of people. And she looked at me and said, I can't thank you enough for this plan. It grows the economy in key ways. It puts people to work to repair and upgrade that we badly need. It makes it easier and more efficient to move goods, to get to work, and to make us more competitive around the world. Some of you local officials know when someone wants to come in the area and a company wants to invest, what do they ask? Where's the first rail bed? How can I get to the railroad? What access to the interstate do I have? What's the water like? Tell me about it. It goes on and on. It's about infrastructure. The American Jobs Plan will modernize 20,000 miles of highways, roads, and main streets that are in difficult shape right now. It'll fix the nation's 10 most economically significant bridges in America that require replacement. Remember that bridge that went down? We got 10 most economically significant bridges with more commerce going across it that need to be replaced. We'll also repair 10,000 bridges, desperately needed upgrades to unclog traffic, keep people safe, and connect our cities, towns, and tribes across the country. The American Jobs Plan will build new rail corridors and transit lines, easing congestion, cutting pollution, slashing commute times, and opening up investment in communities that become connected to the cities and cities to the outskirts, where a lot of jobs are these days. It'll reduce the bottlenecks of commerce at our ports and our airports. The American Jobs Plan will lead to a transformational progress in our effort to tackle climate change with American jobs and American ingenuity.